everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome for the first time. Tonight, I'm going to take you through the Heliotrope Chronicles Chapter 4. If you were with me last time, Frederick and Effrey had hiked through a mountainous forest and reunited with a good friend. This was about 11 months ago, and 20 of you have seen that gameplay footage, so if you are one of them, welcome back. In this episode, he will be joining Frederick on the last leg of their hike to Baudelaire City while Effrey scouts ahead. But be forewarned, it's getting dangerously close to nighttime and Dracula's followers will come looking for the boys. Let's get moving. This atmospheric theme by Joe Luna is the first track you'll hear when you enter the hub world. It's relaxing and tranquil to listen to, even though the intended mood is supposed to be ominous. Speaking of, I see a sorcerer's stone on the skeleton's ribcage. I need to have a closer look. Don't touch it, mate. You'll be better off leaving it alone. What could be bad about this dagger, say Q? I sense it as pulsing with parasitic dark magic. It killed the museum's curator's predecessor, and the phantom living inside it possessed her rotting cadaver. I gather the possession was how Dracula exposed the heart of Baudelaire Village. The poor girl's soul was never put to rest. I use Baudelaire Village and Baudelaire City interchangeably to refer to that location. Never understood why I could never get either name to stick. I don't want that happening to you. Trust me, you don't want to be the bearer of such magic. The treatment of dark magic in the Heliotrope Journey lore is brutal than other games I've played. Basically, dark magic in Heliotrope Journey is acquired in a similar fashion to how Soma acquires souls in Aria and Dawn of Sorrow, and how Shinoa acquires glyphs in Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. But the lore surrounding dark magic in Heliotrope Journey's lore is close to the shards that Miriam absorbs in blood-stained ritual of the night to acquire her magic. The more she absorbs, the more it corrupts her. Basically, dark magic is a punishment to people that deliberately kill a magical creature to seize power for themselves. It's brutal. You and Sidiyq go on and follow that river. I'll head up to the top of the waterfall to refill my lightstone scepter with as much sunlight as I can before Helios vanishes. Helios is the primordial god of the sun in Greek mythology. I won't be too long. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Unlike Frederick and Sidiyq, Effrey is not a magic practitioner. She isn't a witch. She draws power from an external source, which limits her ability to use ranged attacks. But she has a battle axe just in case, but at night it can only help her for so long. So she needs to absorb as much sunlight as possible. And here's this summary of Book 1, Scars of the Past. And Chapter 4 is where we want to go. An old friend composed that track. It's been a while since I've seen him around, but I appreciated his contributions while it lasted. He's a great guy. He was a computer lab monitor when I met him, and I was intrigued that he had an interest in composing music. Somehow this track reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies. It's a mobile game I'd love to play when I was learning to use an iPad, and And we're back at the hub world because I was stupid enough to let Sidiyq grab Dracula's coin. The beginning part especially reminded me of the night theme in Plants vs. Zombies. It nowadays has a nostalgic charm to it that I never get tired of. Gee, these crows don't mess around. Better tread carefully. Sally was right. Speed is no substitute for common sense. That was close. These hawk feathers can be really sharp. Or is it eagles? And we're back at the hub world because of course I messed up. One of the joys of gaming at midnight. Oof. I just like coming back to hear that theme. Joy Luna's a genius. What is the matter with me? I have a bone to pick with these thorns. Oh yeah, I took a walk in the swamp this afternoon when I came home from work, and a thorn branch got stuck onto my shirts. It wasn't too much of a pain to get off, but I still worried that I'd prick my skin by accident. And I'm stuck. Which means it's back to the hub world for me. I've got to put in a timestamp when this is over. I can't dawdle for too long. If Frederick changes back, then he can't get up there. Yeah, I'm sorry, the second player doesn't have much use. And neither do I. It's a good idea to jump so you don't end up stuck. Especially when the sizes don't match. So what can the second player do? They can fire weapons using the A, S, and Q buttons. It's pretty simple. That's the closest I can get to a multiplayer game. Not today, old friend. And I use the word loosely. Gotta get that bloodstone. why do I even try? At least I'm lucky I don't run into that kind of danger in the woods. So my parents and my sister spot the occasional bear on a hike, though that's the closest to danger they could get. The thing about black bears is that most of them are afraid of us than we are of them. A lot of animals are. And there goes my friend. It was nice knowing you, Sidiyq. Nope, not making that mistake again. And this is gonna lead to many. Wow, I'm so excited to start over again. Oh my god, I'm so excited to start over again. Whee! This is fun! Okay, so much for that. I was hoping he'd land on that box. No problem. At least I didn't start over again. Not yet, at least. Don't worry, these spikes are gonna hurt you. You're fine. Everything's fine. You're good. They're Nocturne Soldier or cultist. I can't believe I got them mixed up. That means Dracula's forces are nearby. And that this ruins must be a temporary base. It's eerie, isn't it? I commissioned Sidiyq Qadim to design gems to insert in these empty spaces. Here, unfortunately, they haven't been added yet. So that stone bench is just eye candy. You can still try and go up there on that old file, but if you have a few seconds to spare, or minutes. My skills in game development were pretty shoddy at the time. Don't worry, it's gonna get better. And another bloodstone bites the dust. I can see the full moon! Oh my god, does that mean we're gonna encounter werewolves next? I hope not. But this track is still a banger. Ugh. Well, at least I'm not back at the hub world. Crows be gone. I never played a Drake and Josh game on the Game Boy Advance and the Nintendo DS, but I wager that a Drake and Josh 2D platform would look exactly like that. Except they wouldn't be fighting occultists, crows, and skeletons, they'd be fighting bullies. And probably thieves. And sometimes Megan. Can you imagine? Nowadays, I don't think I can. Hey, dude, why are you floating? Every playable character in the game can somehow magically levitate after climbing a ladder. I have yet to come up with an in-game explanation as to why they do that. Sun's nowhere to be seen. That's unfortunate, but now I can see the moon again. Oh, I didn't notice that bats came out now. But they're not fruit bats like Stella Luna. Leave a comment if you ever read that book when you were little. It's certainly my mother's favorite. But anyway, these aren't fruit bats, they're vampires in the shape of a bat. They're basically ordinary vampires. No more powerful than Dracula, but stronger than the average human. Kinda like Edward Cullen from Twilight. So that would be an overstatement. Because no way Edward could get beat up that easily. Alright, now to go over there without you messing everything up. Now wait in the spikes like a good boy. See? That's what bros are for! Full moon's looking like a tangerine right about now. Oh no, that could mean it's a blood moon. Is there time to play in that pile of leaves? Oh look, there's a midway point too. We'll never know when we'll need it. Told you we'd encounter a werewolf. But he's a friendlier one. And he can talk. Hi there, Frederick. How did he know his name? I don't want to take your valuables as I don't feel comfortable doing so with the situation at hand. Just wanted to say that I know what you are going through. I also second guess myself from time to time if what I do and everything was really the best I can do. I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but my advice is to find peace with what you did do and look forward to the future and learn from your past. Your best may not have been your best back then, but your best will only get better. Keep working hard, and other people will see your hard work for sure. There's always going to be situations where outside circumstances will affect how you do. The best way to counteract that is to just work around it and give it your all in the situation given. It's like what a child that tended to my wounds told me. Improvise, adapt, overcome, do that, and someone is going to notice for sure if they haven't already. I'd be shocked if they haven't, but it's on them. Anywho, hang in there, and if you need more help, I will definitely speak with Asprey about this. She'll definitely set you on the right path. Good evening. That's all the inspiration I needed to hear. If Asprey sent him, he's definitely a friendly werewolf. What am I doing back at the hub world? Alright, I'm back next to the leaf pile, and I know not to take my chances playing in it in this version. I figured out why exiting the secret room takes me back to the hub world, and I will address it in the next update. It's going to be a major one. So I hope you stick around for it. That was a close one. Or not. It's like getting attacked by by mosquitoes. Jeez. Nope, not clicking on the leaf file until I get that fixed. That was on me. That was an oversight in the development of this level, and I feel stupid for not realizing that. Man, these swords are annoying. Bye, Fox Boy. Oh, no, you don't. You're not attacking me again. Alright, here goes nothing. Alright, just grab that key and we'll be in that door. I mean, the door's invisible. I drew a literal door as to symbolize leaving this area to go to another. It's more about creating an illusion. Just made this jump. And we're in trouble. So this is what Dracula sends in my wife's place. I beg your pardon? He didn't ask us to find you. He cannot keep me from my Mina. Where is she? I'm sorry to tell you this, but he sent you on a fool's errand. I don't get it. I could have sworn you helped put him down like a dog when he infected her in the 19th century. If he's your enemy, why would he see fit to help you now? The better question is, what happened to Nina? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've been searching the remains of this castle for any sign of her all night. The Dark Lord said she was here when he woke me from my eternal rest and became this creature. Jonathan and Mina from Bram Stoker's Dracula didn't get a good ending in the Heliotrope Journey canon. That's a bit sad. But instead, I find you glistening in the moonlight like she used to after the death of Quincy and I killed him. I never forgot how peaceful and comforted she looked. It's pernicious I hope I'm saying it right. Pernicious enough that he now keeps me alive, yet he keeps me from going near her. This emptiness is torture. Hope is not all lost, sir. We can help you find your wife. As soon as we meet up with our friends, we'll be happy to scour the castle grounds for her whereabouts. Oh, so the ruins that we walked through are the remains of a huge fortress. Or search the skies if we should. It's within the realm of possibility that Mina could take the form of a bat. I would have found her minutes ago if your theory was factual. But you're right, pup. That can't be good. There is still hope. You're here, and Mina is not. I can share my blood with you. Then until Dracula ceases to lie to me, I won't be alone. I'll have you to hold on to. I won't be much of a monster like him. I'll be tamer. I'll be calmer. You'll soothe me before his essence takes control of my body. You can do it by telling me you cherish me. That's abusive. The boys look visibly apprehensive and step back. Sir, the thought of keeping you company is warm to say the least, but Mina would not have wanted you to go against your vows, especially not when you bear the knowledge she still walks the earth. I would just be your concubine. Are you mad, boy? She would understand my pain. No, she wouldn't. She knows how badly I'm suffering without someone to care for. She craves the warmth of another, too. She craves the warmth of another, too, does she not? So you couldn't care less if Mina ran off with the Dark Lord. This isn't fair if you expect her to be faithful to you, but you won't do that for her. I plan to once I find her with you at my side. She'll be grateful to have a man that looks out for what's his. If you won't voluntarily come closer, I'll feed you my blood. Oh God, he's turned feral. You want to make a meal from us? You want to make a meal from us? I'll give you something savory to devour. That's another issue to fix. And skip the dialogue because none of that's important. But at least I don't have to painstakingly go through the castle ruins again just to get to the boss. Call it what you want, but it becomes a waste of time after a while. That piece was composed by Joy Luna. Man, he makes badass boss music. Teamwork! Uh-oh. And we're starting over. Felt the boss was too easy, so I gave it 2 phases. I can tell this isn't going to be for everyone. And if you don't enjoy it, I understand completely. Easier to hum along to as well. Jeez, how many rapers does he have? Jonathan's bloodlusted. Shouldn't have jumped so high. Can't crouch either. which makes every boss battle all the more difficult. I almost had it. Shouldn't have jumped. Finally! That's that. I definitely don't think Mina will be able to find him after that. I can't help but feel sad for him. Stockholm Syndrome? Poor man wanted someone to travel with. He wanted more than just someone to travel with me. We're lucky none of us were bitten. Yeah, you were just stabbed 1,000 times. It's better than being bitten. It would have been catastrophic for our well-being. Frederick, why were you thinking of letting Jonathan drink your blood? I'm outraged by you. Do you see a piece of him inside of you? I don't want to talk about it right now. We have to. There's no use avoiding the subject. I know you miss Emparo Man, and I know you wish things would stay the way they were when we first met. I left that time too, but you have to remember that everything changes. Time pushes everything forward. You're at a point in your life where you can't stay where Empire left you. Talk about a run-on sentence. I'm gonna have my work cut out for me fixing that in the next update. I have to be frank. He's never coming back, Frederick. It's past time you snap out of it. Jonathan's promises were reassuring me. I know. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Letting him bite you is condemning yourself to a life of eternal suffering. You won't rest peacefully again, nor feel warmth in your heart once he marks you. Please remember you have me, and I promise I won't let anything happen to you. Come on, you need a hug. I appreciate that you feel the need to protect me, mate. I needed that kind of warmth to feel something. And we can get warm. We'll camp out here on this rock. Well, I'm not complaining. Jonathan has the right idea. Neither of us are alone. Sleeping with you is my dream since we were confused teenagers hiding out in a scary forest full of cobwebs. So let's lay down on the grass. It's soft and comfy. Watching the stars as we drift off to sleep is the perfect end to a long, treacherous day. There's always something comforting about knowing how small you are in comparison to the galaxy. Then think of yourself as a galaxy. Planets crumble. Stars burn out and become supernovas. Your troubles don't last forever, but once they explode, they leave behind a beautiful canvas that shows you're still here. I can't make a pile of diamonds without going through a lot. Thinking about it does make everything feel small. I knew you'd understand. Good night, stinky boy. Don't let the vampires bite. Good night, buddy. What are the odds Jonathan is going to come back and we'll have to fight him a third time? I'd hate that. Aww. Oh, there she is. Good morning, sleepyheads. Hi, Effrey. We're sorry you couldn't meet you near the village. You're alright. We can spot it through the trees if we stand on our toes. You were close by? We must have been that exhausted. I was. You two weren't that hard to find. A red-scarfed wolf informed me you were heading this way, so I had a hunch you'd be on this rock. Did you sleep okay? It didn't have the smoothest ground to sleep on, but we lived with it. We slept long enough to see the sun. You're acting anxious. Did you bump into another vampire? Oh boy. Jonathan was searching for Mina, and we found him on this rock. We don't know why he'd think to look there. And what happened next? He wanted to turn us so he'd have company until he reunites with her. And I told him the offer was company. Ugh, Frederick, we've been over this! This is exactly how Laura almost had you in her hands. Don't you care about being an adequate leader? You'll never be independent if you keep hoping for someone to glue your broken pieces back together. I know, and I realize that I have to let go of Amparo. It's time I learned that he won't come around. It's time I learned that he won't come around. I'm needed right here, right now to help you. You're going to be okay. It's hard to come to your senses, but I'm relieved that you now know the decision. But I'm relieved that you know. You're going to be okay. It's hard to come to your senses, but I'm relieved that you now know the decisions you're now making will lead you to a better place. Speaking of, I found the others before coming. I went to find... Speaking of, I found the others before coming. I went to find you. Oh, boy. That's a typo. That's a grammatical error I didn't think I'd see. Speaking of, I found the others before I went to find you and told them to meet us here. Here they are. I see them swimming across the lake now. Here they are. I see them swimming across the lake now. Would you look at that? The gang's all here. Oh god. That doesn't look good. Cool! It's such a relief to be able to see everybody again. It was worth the troublesome walk. Hey, are you three good to go? We couldn't help but overhear Frederick say he's needed. Why? What's the problem? We couldn't set foot in Baudelaire City without the occultists gaining on us. They enlisted a masked necromancer to assist them. The town has fallen, Effrey. The Bell Nocturne lay siege to it because they knew we were coming. What? Have they? Oh my god, how awful! Oh my god, that's awful. That must explain why they split us up. I am so sorry, Frederick. We knew how important it was for us to get here. Splitting us up was part of their invasion plan, and we should have planned for that. It's okay, Ionia. We'll just have to formulate another strategy to get inside the manor house. And how do we go about that without risking our lives any further? We're not just dealing with a skeleton horde. It'll be bearable to investigate in broad daylight. Dark magic is weaker in the sun, so with our combined abilities, the occultist shouldn't be a problem. They plan for that too. They'll have the manor house locked with an enchanted seal that's impervious to our powers. We can't just attempt to cut it down to size without causing a commotion, but they'll attract the entire army of dark creatures. Yes, we have the sun by our side should we be in for a prolonged battle, but they'll defeat us in numbers and mind games. We can expect to deal with a competent general. Then we'll need to find the shards of the revered sword to assemble it. I recall long ago that Abigail described it as a feathered blade with a golden inscription. Oh yes, what a brilliant idea! What is it called? Is it the blade of Sidiyq? It was shattered and concealed in hidden areas around the region so Dracula couldn't harness its power. It's not an awe-inspiring position to be in, but it's the only chance a merry band has to keep up with a full-fledged army of creatures of the night. About that, the blade is rumored to be vampiric in nature. It can cause heavy bleeding and gashes, and every wound cut open heals its wielder. A vampire lord like Vlad Sepetius would be invincible with such a sword in hand. I'm worried that if we succeed in assembling the blade, we could risk becoming easier targets and it could lose it. We could lose it! My God, I have a lot to correct. It's like Tobias said, the blade of Sidiyq is now a mulligan. Do you still want to do this, man? Whatever you decide, just know how amazing you are. Yes, we'll be helpless either way, so we need that power to avoid falling prey to the vampires. It's settled. We'll search the surrounding region in the days and make camp on this rock at night. Oh good, that's not a typo. It's settled. We'll search the surrounding region in the days and make camp on this rock at night. We'll sleep safer in the middle of this lake. Hell yeah! I'm just the go to make use of its waters in case these night creatures come near us. I'll fetch us some garlic in case you want to rest. I'll go with you. It'll be a fun hike to get some practice in. The rest of us will get the tent set up and gather firewood. Then I'll search the catacombs and the ruins. You'll need me by your side. It's dangerous for you to go alone. Come on, Donnie. We'll hunt for fish to make dinner. It follows the lake and starts swimming while the rest of the team gets to work. Frederick and Ethel sit on a battered rock. And there they are, looking platonically at the lake. It feels amazing to be set free from this mental block. Working with the people that need me most is giving me the peace I've been looking for all my life. It'll get better from here on out. I just want to say the way you brought up looking for the blade of Aspidia with passion and stuck to it made me feel safe. Sidiyq definitely said something last night that got through to you. I'm proud of your conviction, Frederick. I figured that Amparo wouldn't have wanted me to keep worrying about him. That was a thread I had to cut. I agree with your expectation. He'd be proud of you too. Keep it that way, and no monster will bring you to your knees. Thanks, Zephyr. It'll be difficult, yes, but I can't surrender. I'll get through this. I know I will. I know I will get better. I have to. I know I will get better. I have to if I wish to gather the strength to continue on. Effrey looks at Frederick and nods her head before gazing at the lake with him. He looks back at her to see her blue eyes glistening in the lake. The sight reassures him enough to take a deep breath and shed a tear. Aww! Frederick and Effrey are not a couple, they're just friends. And stage clear. Like the sun rising to greet the day, Frederick accepts that no one will be here to save him by himself. His newfound resolve to lead his friends to victory warms his heart and commits to helping them in order to heal his scars. From here on out, his doleful past slowly begins to dissolve. This part of the Heliotrope Chronicles Book 1 ends on a hopeful message. And we're back at the hub world. And this time, I'm not complaining. And that's all the time I have. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if there's anything else that I haven't talked about that I needed to improve for this game. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for putting up with me messing up at my own game. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Go.